Hi everyone, this is, I believe, the 7th video of National Storytelling Week, and we're back on prose this time. This is the last short story that I'm going to share this week. Now this story, it doesn't require as much preamble as The Bum Witch of Dingle did, but this is a story that doesn't reflect terribly well on me. It's a true story about something I did many years ago now at a surprise party for a friend. And I share this not because I am proud of what I did or because I think this is a good example of how to behave, but because I think, whilst I think the way I behaved was very bad, I enjoy making people laugh, even if that laughter is at my own expense, which this very much is. So this is a chance to laugh at myself for how awful I used to be. I have changed or removed names from this story to, protect the innocent. I don't know if they'd want their names in here. This sounds a lot worse than it is. It's nothing criminal, don't worry. Nothing truly evil, I was just an idiot. I overindulged at the party and things went quite wrong. So this, I'd better just read it. And it's called Surprise Party. It's a surprise birthday party for a friend. Another friend is hosting and we're all pre-partying just to warm the place up. I've drunk an entire 350ml bottle of vodka in about 15 minutes, plus a couple of beers. By the time the birthday girl arrives, I'm in rather a bad way, but I dutifully slide under the dining table to hide. The birthday girl walks in, and everyone except me leaps out and shouts, "Surprise!" I faceplant onto the kitchen floor and burble, "Surprise." And she is, in all fairness, quite surprised. When it becomes clear to everyone present that I'm jelly-legged and utterly buggered, a couple of friends heave me up into a chair at the table. Right now, the world looks and feels like I'm reeling in a riptide on the wrong side of an aquarium tank window, but I can just make out a big, brown mess in the centre of the table. "What's that?" I splutter, gesturing at it. "It's a cake, Ben." "Well, what does it die of?" "Don't be unkind, Ben." But I am now, irreversibly, unkind Ben. "It's the worst cake I ever seen." Michael, to his credit, doesn't batter me, but simply says, "Me and Tom were up all night making it." "Wastes of bloody time," I rumble, and shuffle off unsteadily in search of booze. I'm usually an entertaining drunk, so people are more than happy to provide, and I slide deeper and deeper into the warm embrace of blackouthood. I come to my senses, or at least somewhere near them, a few hours later at the front door. My friends are recommending a taxi, but I am having none of it. "It's all right," I say. "I'm from London." As if we're not all from London, and currently in London, and that will somehow stop me getting run over by the first car I see. I confidently, but inexpertly, grab the front door. I don't know if it's because the concentration of alcoholic fumes in the house is so thick that gravity has been easier to fight for a while, or if the cold air from outside wakes up the part of my brain that should have been telling my legs they aren't working for the last hour, but whatever the case, my exit does not go smoothly. "I'll see you soon," I say, open the door, then scream, fold in half, and drop like an abandoned marionette. By sheer statistical fluke, the vodka swishing around my brain all flows to one side for a moment, leaving me strangely sober just long enough to shriek, "Help!" before I am manhandled away from the door, up the stairs, and deposited in the host's dad's spare room. The alcoholic fog descends again. After providing me with some blankets, litres of water and a bucket, just in case, I'm left to sleep it off. As I slip in and out of consciousness, the sounds of the party gradually fade until I know that I am the only guest left. At around 3 in the morning, I shoot upright like a rocket. I am lost in my own mind, unable to process even the simplest of visual or auditory information, unable to reason properly on any point except this. I need to wee now. There will be no negotiation. There will be no holding. I will wee soon. This is an unavoidable fact. It is the most fundamental fact of my existence in this moment. Wee is coming. Where will it be going? I lurch up and walk into the door. The blow to my head barely registers compared with the searing pressure in my bladder. My hand scrambles for the handle and finds nothing. I run my hands up and down the door. Nothing. I pull all of the coats and dressing gowns off the hooks and step back. Nothing. There is no handle on this door. I consider screaming, but there's just enough of the rational me left, or perhaps just enough of the rational me has re-emerged to know that I can't do that to the host. So far as I know, her dad doesn't even know I'm here. I don't know how he'll react to being woken by the feral screams of a drunk teenager who'll likely drown him in wee the moment he opens the door. I dismiss the very idea of screaming. But terrible times call for terrible deeds, and there is a window in the room. It looks out over the garden. Baffled by booze, blinded by pain, and out of options, I stagger towards the window. Will it open? Yes. How high? Perfect. Do I still have enough coordination in my fingers to unzip? Fantastic. Everything is going well, and I can almost taste the approaching euphoria, but this is where I make a mistake. Another small, possibly rational, but who knows, part of my mind protests that waving a willy out of a window is grounds for being officially labelled a sex pest. So in order to not be seen, I take 3 steps back. I take aim, I relax certain specialised muscles, and I pee all over the walls, the floor, the windowsill, a few small items of furniture, and a negligible part of the garden below. I consider screaming again, but nothing can be done now. There is no going back, and I cannot be saved. I close my eyes and pray that it will be over soon. And when it is over, I stumble sheepishly back into bed. At 6 a.m, I rise again and approach the door. I must get away. I'll knock it down if I have to. But I don't have to, because I find the door handle on the other side of the door. I had only checked one side. The door opens silently. I step out into the quiet house. Taking one last look back at the pea-stained room I leave behind. Lord, I whisper, if you get me out of this house unseen, I will live a virtuous life hereafter.